You know, ladies and gentlemen, we were saying to ourselves, how do we get ready for a trio of shows coming up in the Midwest where there's going to be plenty of rings of destruction, certainly a one night stand for a few, and most certainly some shots of war? Well, we turn to a man that was the very first BYW person here to come on to Sportswire Radio, a man that has been honored time and time again, and is a founding father of the All Wrestling Matters movement, a man that is, some would say, is the last true active piece of the GBYWN. And he's got plenty to talk about. No, we're not going to talk about Selby versus Shelby. Not going there. It happened. You know who won. But we are going to talk plenty about Ring of Destruction, where Shawn Jovi is going to be in action against a man that used to be his friend. We're going to talk about Thomas McEntee defending his championship literally against a litany of champions. And, well, his days could very well be numbered. And how about an internet title match in RCW that I have no idea? You might even want to flip a coin. And plus, I'll even talk about this GTS Hardcore Championship, which everybody's talking about. And we'll talk about, I'm sure, Foundation, House of Wolves, who knows, whatever else here. But before I get this show on the road, and even though my stomach's been bothering me the last 2 days, maybe it's the heat, the humidity, nothing's going to stop this man from getting this introduction because the chat wants it, he wants it, and he's got a long way from one galaxy to another. And he should also know that he was brought up yesterday on my show with the band Black Note Graffiti. I'll get into that as well, but it is time in the famous words, although it's not quite John Bon Jovi's words. It's almost like, let's say, a bastard sibling of his and Def Leppard frontman Joe Elliott. And let's get rocked, baby, because you want it, he wants it, and it's time to get you ready for a trio of shows here on Sportswire Radio, the number one global radio station where all music and wrestling matters. So with that, without further ado, here on the Sports Report, number one cable sports show, a man that is a founding father of the All Wrestling Matters movement, the leader of RCW, and a man that is certainly once America's resident rock star, but forever our rock star, a man that can certainly claim John Bon Jovi is dad, despite what others might say. His name is simply put, the resident rockstar Jovi's got it going on. My friend, how are we doing?
Well, I got to come up with a way to compliment your intro like I always do. And the only thing I could think of was actually, you know that war chant thing you do? It's like an Energizer bunny, right? When I think you're going to get to the next part, it continues.
Yeah, I mean,
and then I'm happy about it because it continues.
Well, it's funny. I had LA Guns frontman Phil Lewis a couple weeks ago, and kind of was like, "All right, get with it." I had, which we'll get to here in a minute. I had Black Note Graffiti guitarist Chris Keller was like, "Boy, he was into it." He was like, I was only had 40 minutes with him, and he was like, "No, keep going." So it depends. Some people seem they want it. Others are kind of like on with the show already, but I will do anything I can for you, despite my stomach not agreeing. But that's okay. We're here in prime time on the bright. Every few weeks I have something, but that's okay. We are certainly not stopping. We have plenty to talk about here. I know you are a busy man. You've got to actually get from one galaxy to another here to be at all these shows. So Shawn, Jovi, I am going to get us here started. For those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform, you, RCW and the IMF most certainly helped build Sportswire Radio to the tune of over 1,500 plus subscribers. Tell us what we can expect here coming up this weekend at RCW's Ring of Destruction.
Well, Ring of Destruction is only basically scheduled second out of all these events happening. But at Ring of Destruction, I got a lot planned. I got 3 big matches. We got the RCW Ring of Destruction match, which is reimagined from what the show and the match used to be in another federation I used to work for.
Yeah, I heard of them.
They gave me the rights to they gave me my Ring of Destruction name back, so that's cool. That's why we're running with it. So it's a reimagined thing, and now it's going to be a 6-man match, no DQ, instead of a no holds barred kind of ripoff. So we got a purpose here. It's going to be just like the Elimination Chamber, except the chamber's invisible. So you can't, you're kind of like free roaming, but I'm really excited for this and excited to see how this theoretical match works. You got to remember, Tom, I created 3 Doors Down. Who's to say this match type won't be the next hot topic?
No, and you know what's fascinating about this match, and I'm so excited to talk about it because Thomas McEntee, who's obviously been a topic, Ace Christian, who was here not too long ago, had a lot to say about Thomas McEntee, and he also had some things to say about Felix Jones, who's here. But what's so fascinating about these participants, Tyler Fury, obviously, who's back here in RCW, and we've got Freddie Daniels, who's now the PWF Global Champion. Congratulations to him. We've got JoJo Jackson, obviously, our Midwestern champion in the IMF. Ox McCoy, Ox McCoy has been just, he's the wild card. And the man that certainly is on a lot of people's bingo cards right now, Mr. Felix Jones. Thomas McEntee has quite a tall order here to walk away with this championship because the majority and nearly all of these competitors are champions in their own right, and they've been extremely impressive. You've Thomas McEntee, maybe he should find something else to do because almost everybody here, he's literally, to quote Johnny Cash, he's walking into not a ring of destruction, but a ring of fire.
You're not wrong, but one interesting fact about that, before I signed this match, which was originally supposed to take place at Larger Than Life, Thomas McEntee actually came up to me and said he wanted a challenge. He wanted to be a great champion. He's proud to be the champion of my company, which I'm very proud of him for the progress he's made as a competitor.
Absolutely. Ace was very complimentary of him last week. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's got a lot of heart. He's got a lot of potential. He's young. He's got a lot of years to build upon that. And that's what I think is really great about him. And like you said, he wanted a challenge, so I gave him the biggest challenge I could possibly think of. 5 opponents, no DQ, anything goes.
But there's one thing, and this piggybacks off my last wrestling guest here, this guy Daniel Tafu, who wants to test his skills against men that are just on a whole nother level, whether it's size, strength, or championships they hold. But there's one thing about testing your skills, and I give Thomas all the credit in the world. Like I said, he has done a great job as the RCW champion. He has come a long way since he wrestled Ace Christian back 5 months ago in Palo. But these guys are on a whole nother level. We know what JoJo Jackson has done. Felix Jones, and man, you just wrestled not too long ago at Summer Bash. We know what he's done. you've got, obviously, and he's the PWF champion. Oh, by the way, and he's going to also be competing for those IMF Tag Team Championships. Freddie Daniels, the PWF Global Champion, and Ox McCoy. And then, Tyler Fury, he's looking for something to prove too, because he's been in the ring and he's tag teamed with Thomas McEntee. I mean, there's one thing about wanting to test your skills and another to almost basically have yourself with your hands tied behind your back. And that's what Thomas McEntee is doing here, metaphorically, in this matchup.
Statistically and in most people's minds, I would think the same way. But like I said, McEntee's got a lot of heart, a lot of resilience. I wouldn't count him out.
Listen, he's the incumbent. I agree with you. He's the incumbent.
He's not everyone's favorite to win, but I think he's going to make it far if he doesn't win. He's a competitor, Tom. He's a really good competitor.
Absolutely. No, listen,
I can't praise that kid up and down enough.
No, Thomas McEntee, and that's a guy we'll definitely get back on here because, again, Ace Christian is almost hinted at that he wants Thomas McEntee again. We know that is something that's in the cards. Yep. And you look at these guys, though, and I agree with you. Sure, no question, Thomas McEntee deserves all the praise in the world to be a champion anywhere. I don't care where it is, but especially in a company with RCW, with these talents. But all of them here are going into this to look to do something. Tyler Fury's got history with Thomas McEntee. He wants to certainly show the world that, you know what? Yeah, I got a raw deal. I want to come back in here and take gold. JoJo Jackson's JoJo's been very impressive out there these past weeks. Another guy that's come a long way. Freddie Daniels. I mean, we know he was the briefcase winner last year. He was kind of lampooned. We know now, though, he's come into his own, wins the PWF Global Championship. Ox McCoy, I mean, you've had plenty of matches with Ox McCoy. You know how that is, and you're lucky you walked away with being unscathed. And just ask Cato about how he handled Ox McCoy. And then
that was crazy.
Yeah, listen, that's, kids don't try this at home. And then there's Felix Jones, the prince of professional wrestling, who's going up at a level that, I mean, I think this kid now and 6 months from now and forever, I mean, he's going to be somewhere. We're going to just remember him and say, yeah, I knew who he was. I remember him on my platform. He's the PWF champion. I mean, all of these guys are coming in with a reason to go and defeat Thomas McEntee. I mean, that's just my whole point here in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, and you're right. One thing I will say about Felix is you're absolutely right. That kid's got a limitless world of potential. He's already proving it. Absolutely. He's been proving it since the start of IMF and at live shows.
Yeah.
He's really good.
But I think if you look at, go ahead, jump in.
He beat me at Summer Bash.
Yep.
I mean, he won the whole thing. He won the PWF title. You can't doubt that kid for 1 second because you know he is on fire right now.
But you know what I think is interesting about what I think is interesting about this matchup is go back to the King of Palo, right? I know you won last year's. Unfortunately, you didn't win from your vantage point this year's, but I look at where Felix Jones was. I look at where JoJo Jackson was. I look at where Thomas McEntee was. I look at where Freddie Daniels was. And even Ox McCoy, where he was. And look at where all of them are now. Mm-hmm. I mean, I could even make the case Tyler Fury, in a way, he's now got purpose. He hadn't had purpose before. All of these guys, literally, I mean, this is the definition of a Ring of Destruction match, because all of these guys, pretty much you can make a case for, are on a whole nother level since the King of Palo, really.
I agree wholeheartedly. That's why these matches are made, Tom.
That's why we're here.
The best of the underground that I have with the tools I have. And I think the Ring of Destruction match, with its innovative changes, I think it's got a chance to be a banger. And it's not going to be just a banger. It's going to be a goddamn freaking banger.
You know it's going to be a banger, literally. You know it's going
I'm
to be
really
a banger.
excited to watch this match and commentate it if I'm on commentary for it. Like,
Oh, I think you've done commentating before.
I have. But if I end up doing it this show, I'm definitely going to be excited to call this one.
And I'm very excited about it. And I want to come back to the card in a minute, but I want to give a sub to Shawn Jovi. I want everybody, if you're out there, I know we got some people here tonight. So please go out there, hit the sub button for Shawn Jovi. He's definitely got it going on. I'm going to talk about the other things here because Mr. Jovi's in action also himself. And please hit the sub button for him. And we'd appreciate that. And he is a busy man. He's literally going from one galaxy to another here. So we know his time is short. And we will see who else joins us in a little while, but we're here for Shawn Jovi to talk about RCW more, probably for the next 20, 25 minutes or so. So we'll come back to that. I'll take this off the screen. I'll get to some people in the chat. I'll say hello to everybody in a minute, but I want to get to the rest of the card here, which I'm going to go right back here and also mention our Internet Championship match here, which I want to go right to it because another guy that's come back here, and certainly, a lot of people feel very impressed about is Peyton, and now he's going up against one Jason Myers, a man that is no stranger to championship gold. And talk to me about this matchup here. To me, this is just another intriguing matchup.
It is. Well, I should say it was. Unfortunately, Peyton had to drop out of the show. You know how his card's always subject to change.
Subject to change. Yeah.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But you know me, Tom. I like to change the game.
Yeah.
So I found a replacement opponent.
Oh.
And this one's going to really put Jason Myers to the test. You see, the kid calls himself the future. Well, for him, he's got a chance to make the future now. Because I'm putting him against a legend in Gabe Sayers.
Whoa! Whoa! Time out.
I got it approved today. Gabe Sayers will be wrestling Jason Myers at Ring of Destruction.
You mean the Gabe Sayers, the guy that owns the TF Crew, the guy that just won the GTS Hardcore Championship, the guy that has wrestled Grimm, the guy that's defending his GTS Hardcore Championship against a guy that beat you in a few seconds at whatever it was you want to call larger than life, Anthony Steele, and the guy that met yours truly in person, that guy, Gabe Sayers?
Yeah, Gabe Sayers is in town. He's booked. He's willing to take on another booking for me, and I'm excited. This is a big opportunity for not just RCW or Jason Myers, but in general, having a big name like Gabe Sayers show up in RCW is already insane enough. Like you can't stop that.
This is a man that he's worldwide known. This is a man that's wrestled all over the place. This is a guy that's certainly been a linchpin in GTS over the past almost year. We know him from his own company, TF Crew, NEW. He's a mainstay in NEW. You think about all the things that he's done these last few years. He's an internet personality. And yeah, there you go. Yours truly met him. And he's wrestling in RCW against Jason Myers. I mean, Shawn Jovi, you've outdone yourself easily here once again.
You know, I can't just help myself, Tom. You know, I like changing the game. And every time I'm on here, I seem to do that somehow.
And you know, also, he comes out to Bon Jovi.
I know. I had the theme first.
Well, definitely, he didn't give him love a bad name.
Around 2011.
Well, I mean, he literally comes out. I mean, was that part of the whole deal? Was that he comes out to Bon Jovi's music? Your father is kind of Bon Jovi? Is that the deal?
I think I'm older than Gabe, so this is kind of weird.
Well, yeah. Well, I won't go there at ages, and you know, obviously, Gabe is. I spoke to Gabe actually like last week, and Gabe is actually going to come back here next month. He's actually got a few things to get his own TF Crew to show to pro. But you know what? Fascinating that you talk about this, right? Gabe Sayers coming here, but you know, Jason Myers, and I don't want to sell Jason Myers because I want to give him a lot of credit. I know you're a Foundation guy. He's a House of Wolves guy, but you know, Jason Myers is absolutely going to put up a hell of a match here against Gabe Sayers. Let me tell you why. Because Jason Myers was just, for the better part of over a year, not too long ago, a part of maybe one of the greatest tag team championship runs in underground and backyard wrestling with the Midwest Express. What Jason Myers has done, he's not one of these guys that comes on here and goes bang, bang. He's not one of these guys like a man that just beats you in a few seconds, Anthony Steele, and needs to tell us every single thing and who knows, goes off the rails and be controversial. He doesn't have to do anything like that. He just goes out there and takes care of business. And we've seen Gabe Sayers go up against guys in other places like Jason Myers, and he's had matchup troubles with guys like this. So you know what? Jason Myers here has got a huge opportunity. And we also know Anthony Steele has probably been telling Jason Myers exactly how to beat Gabe Sayers, because we still know last year Anthony Steele wrestled Gabe Sayers. He wrestled him against James Taylor in a triple threat match almost a year to the day. Yeah, almost a year to the day. So there's no question that Anthony Steele, you may be a foundation guy, but you may have given a huge advantage to the House of Wolves, because Anthony Steele is probably on the phone as we speak, talking to Jason Myers, saying that's what I do, and telling Jason Myers exactly how to beat the Heartstopper Gabe Sayers. So, Shawn Jovi, in some ways, maybe this could be with the home field advantage coming up here at Ring of Destruction. Advantage one Jason Myers.
All I can say at the end of this is Merry Christmas, Jason. It's still July. It's Christmas in July. Merry Christmas. I just gave you the biggest match of your career, kid.
Well, that's exciting. I tell you what, that is.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. When I got the news that Gabe was willing to do it, I was ecstatic. I was like, nah, we're talking.
Well, I'm glad that you're definitely talking about it, and we're going to certainly be very excited about that. I want to thank Mr. Rad Dad for sharing our video here on X. I appreciate that. And he was here to say hello very quickly, so I do appreciate him. And he should know his stepson, Connor, here. Mr. Connor Schaefer is going to be on here on the 29th. So that'll be on Tuesday, the 29th. But and Rad will be back, I'm sure. And he's a part of TF Crew, so he's probably going to be watching that with Vestige. I'll get to the chat here in a minute, but I do want to talk about the match that we were supposed to have at Larger Than Life, and now we're going to get this match. This match, I don't think your opponent is not going to show up to this one. I have a feeling he's going to be showing up to this one, and I want to talk about it because it's a match here that we have obviously had a chance to talk about on and off the past few months, and there it is. And Mr. Ricky Romero, a.k.a. Dark Fire, ever hit a man with glasses? Yeah, you'll probably do that. And we're going to get it here coming up.
Oh, his glasses are going to get wrecked.
Oh, yeah, I knew that was coming.
When I wear sunglasses, those don't get wrecked, though. But
I don't think it has the same.
I mean, we've talked about this match enough. At Larger Than Life, it didn't happen because we got piss rained on.
Oh my God, the weather was like
the weather was bipolar. It rained. Then when it stopped, it was like 100 degrees outside.
That's been the weather here. That's the weather here in New York. Every day it's like 100 degrees with 80% humidity, or it rains. I mean, it's just crazy.
That's what we have here in Wisconsin, even too. Like there was flood warnings like an hour south of us. Like
I had that Monday. We had that here Monday.
Yeah, it's crazy how weather works in the summer. You would think it'd be worse in winter, but summer has its ups and downs too. But this match should have happened. It didn't get to happen, but we're going to make up for lost time this weekend. And it's going to be a long time coming because Ricky Romero, as he likes to call himself now, not Darkfire. I mean, let's be fair. Darkfire was the name I gave him. He doesn't like me anymore. Maybe the Ricky Romero's his new thing. But that's not going to stop me from punching him in the face for all that he did to me over these last few months, over this past year. They ambushing me on my birthday on your show.
Right here. Yes, right here.
That's how it all started. He ambushed me on my freaking birthday. He literally like took a birthday cake and shoved it in my face. Not literally, but
pretty much the same
thing.
Yeah,
he just slapped a cake in my face by taking me out. Weird analogy, I know.
Well, you know what? It's the point is that this is a match that a lot has been said about your last year. Whatever you want to call larger than life / Summer Bash, in some ways or another, was kind of that in a nutshell. But you can throw everything out the window here because this is what you call a rivalry matchup. You need this more than anything else. Anything that you've done or wrestled in this last year. People can say whatever they want, but this is just, to me, this is the match that you're not just going to win this, by a hair. This is one you got to win this decisively. This is the match to me that screams like this is everything on the line. Whatever's happened the last year means absolutely zero because this is a match you can't walk away from this match and come back on here and just lose again, especially a man that you know better than almost anybody.
This is the test. I mean, we know my singles record speaks for itself this past year. Pretty bad. But hey, look at the bright side, Tom. I beat Uric to advance in that tournament at Summer Bash, and I did it without a shirt on. Imagine that. I always wear a shirt, Tom.
Well, I
never go shirtless, but it rained too damn much for me to want to go all the way to the goddamn shed to put a shirt on and wrestle. So I had to wrestle right outside of the rain period against Uric, pinned his ass, and then lost to Felix. But, it is what it is. I win this year, and I'm going to make it 2 at Darkfire Romero's expense here.
Yeah, look, it is what it is. There's no question that you need a win here. And let me get to the chat here because you're a busy man. You got to run. And I want to what's that?
I like saying hi to people.
Well, I'm going to get to that. We have some comments. No, we have some comments, and I want to get to everybody here. I'm going to leave that at that. Yes, you can say hello.
I don't know who I am either.
And I want to say hello to Saturday's guest, Austin Edwards, the former BYCW Intercontinental Champion, is here with us. And the aforementioned Mr. Rad Dad himself, Shawn Jovi rocks. Oh, heck yeah, the GBYWN champion is in the house, and the GTS Intercontinental champion. I know he'll be watching with a vested interest about Gabe because obviously he works for Gabe's TF crew. So he'll definitely, I'm sure, be paying very close attention to Gabe's matches this weekend coming up against Anthony Steele and one also Jason Myers. And so fascinating that Gabe Sayers is defending the GTS Hardcore Championship in another place on the other side of the galaxies. I mean, that's so fascinating.
It's so crazy what's come out of all of this so far.
It's exciting.
And I really think the best is yet to come. I won't explain why.
Too.
I won't explain why I feel that way. Just know I feel that way.
I'm with you.
Yet to come.
I'm with you, and I'm definitely with you. And I think one of these days the galaxies will align, and you'll find out. You'll find out.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're going for.
Yeah, I'm in agreement on that. The legendary Darkon, the underground OG, who had his own troubles with Jason Storm, by the way, recurring theme. He came up short for the ROEW championship, and Jason Storm now has the All Wrestling Matters championship. So
he does.
Definitely that. And hello to Zilla. Zilla is here with us. Thank you for being here. Want to say hello to Michael Christian, who, by the way, Shawn Jovi, Michael Christian was on a podcast with Justin Parsley, and that was certainly a Circle of Jerks podcast. And as I stated to people, we've had gone down that road before, but we're not going back down that road. So they kind of did that on Justin Parsley's YouTube channel. But I'm going to give Mr. Parsley a plug on his YouTube channel because I'm sure the hall monitor of Sportswire Radio is probably on his way to Palo, Iowa. So I do want to plug Mr. Parsley and Mr. Christian. While I do that, did want to say hello and saying that we never got to meet, but I got to wrestle someone due to unforeseen events. Well, okay. Well, I know he's wrestled Justin Parsley, so that's always good to know. But thank you to Michael. Thank you to Michael Christian, and hope he's doing well. It was nice to see him, but on someone else's podcast. But let me give Mr. Parsley a little plug. We're being kind because we are here in prime time, but there you go. That is Justin Parsley's YouTube channel. You can watch his roast. We were gonna think about doing one here on Sportswire, but then we realized we had LA Guns and Grand Funk Railroad and Great White, and you get the picture. So yeah, that didn't happen. But watch Justin Parsley's one instead. You'll probably have just as many laughs. But and Anthony Steele was on there. So, but we'll leave that at that. Also here, yes, hello Zilla. Thank you very much, Zilla. Thank you, appreciate that. Who else is here? And speaking of people watching, because I'm sure he heard Jason Storm's name mentioned, the owner of ROEW, the BYCW Undisputed, and the PWF Uprising champion, James Taylor, wanted to say it's the resident rock star. Yes, he's here. He is here. And he says hello to his mate in ROEW. Hello, hello. There's a good one here from Darkron. I like Tyler Fury for the win, but Ox is a wild card. Freddie is a new...
big, beautiful championship.
Yeah, I knew that.
First, just saying.
And Felix is an unstoppable force right now. And I think that's, to me, what makes this so difficult for Thomas McEntee is that all those names he mentioned, any of them could walk away and have a strong case. And McEntee is like almost at such a disadvantage here, and he's the incumbent.
It's true. But like I said, a lot of heart. He wanted a challenge. I gave him the challenge, and he's down. So he made his own bet if he wants to by agreeing to this match. I gave him the opportunity. He said he's down. Let's see if he defends.
Well, he's going to certainly have to. And another point, which I'm glad he didn't leave him out. JoJo Jackson's a dark horse because JoJo Jackson's also holding gold, and he's another guy that's come along. I remember when JoJo Jackson first was here on Sportswire. This was, I want to say, about a year and a half ago almost. Mm-hmm. And you look at from where he came from to where and what he's doing now, he's another guy that you could certainly make a strong case for.
And he's a former RCW champion too. You can't count that out.
Absolutely. No, listen, there's no question that he's in there. And then speaking of one of the competitors that is here in the chat, well, Mr. Ox McCoy. Yeah, and he might, listen, he's the most ruthless. He's the strongest, literally, of all of them in there.
Yeah, all effing hail.
Like, and you know what? Yeah, listen, ask Kato. And certainly the House of Wolves, I mean, they're going to certainly look to reclaim more gold. The House of Wolves got a big advantage here because you got Felix Jones and Ox McCoy. I mean, they've been saying it in your face. You've seen it firsthand. The House always wins. The House may have the odds here.
I mean, there's a 1 in 3 chance right there on its own. You got 2 members, you got 6 competitors. So, I mean, hey, the odds are more in favor of the House than anyone else.
Yeah,
at this point. So you're right.
Absolutely. These 6 guys are the star of the future, constantly improving. I think I made the same point. You and I are both on the same page. Hit the sub button for Shawn Jovi if you'd like. We'd appreciate that very much. Yeah, Gabe Sayers. I mean, I'm like, that's really exciting here. And yeah, Jason Myers versus Gabe Sayers. That's a match I didn't know, and he wanted it. Yeah, because Gabe Sayers is a guy, like I said, he's the GTS hardcore champion. And he would love to walk away with another championship. He would love to do that. Love to. And take something from the Wolves. He could beat Anthony Steele and beat Jason Myers. And we may just have said a minute ago the House always wins. But in this case, the cards could be certainly no longer stacked. And they could be, well, the House could fold. The House could fold if this happens.
That'd be nice for myself and many others that I know.
Yes, Damian Saint, by the way, who's going to be active.
Those guys that are having problems with those House people.
Drago's in action, and you're rooting for him. And I also
Drago's my guy.
Love Drago. I spoke to Drago not too long ago. He will be back on Sportswire very soon. Very excited about seeing Drago back on here. And we're live also on my old YouTube channel. So if you want to hit the sub button for my old YouTube channel, so hit that. I found it, and we're live there too. So if you want to hit the sub button there, I'd appreciate that very much. We'll get to some more comments. We have a lot of comments, so hang on tight, and we'll come back to them. Hit the sub button for certainly me and Shawn Jovi as well. But yeah, I think good point here by Ox. And this is where I do agree with him. A big opportunity for Jason Myers, and House of Wolves are on fire. Look what Felix has done. I mean, look at what Ox has done. Anthony's got a lot to prove here very shortly. And yeah, you go do what you got. I know you got a phone call here from the foundation. You go do that. Shawn Jovi's going to hang out here for a few more minutes. I want to come back to some other people here. We'll do that. Speaking of people that are back, James Marshall. Long time no see. And yeah, I can see. And let's get to some of those comments. I've seen the rain on Jovi's vlog. It looked gross. Yeah. The rain in the summer, yeah, it's the humidity, it's the heat, it's to the point where listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the dog days of summer. Like I said, here in New York, every day, my mother was checking the weather this morning and was like, oh, it's only 62% humid with the humidity. And it was before like 90%. So yeah, it's one of these summers that it's going to be hot. But guess what? When it's January, we'll remember it and go, I missed the heat and the hazy and the humidity. Darkfire is still Darkfire to me, damn it. Yeah, he is, but we'll have to find out. Bob Darkfire, nice guy. Yeah, who's Bob Darkfire? I heard of a Darkfire, though. But Ricky, Bobby Darkfire, rest in peace, and Bake. Yeah, a lot of names there, and we read them all off. Hello to certainly the House of Wolves leader. Yes, he is our hardcore king, and he is the hardcore champion, Mr. Ox McCoy, and he has proven that and some here. Speaking of people that haven't been around, at least for an IMF show, I certainly know him in HCW, and he has my full endorsement out there for his municipal council run in the tribal nations up there in Mukaji, Oklahoma, Mr. J.R. Wynn, who he knows Shawn Jovi very, very well, and he's J.R. Wynn is back. J.R. Wynn.
Wow, long reunion. I saw James Marshall was
James Marshall, J.R. Wind is back. Jovi's got it going on. Wow. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's good to see old faces. I miss these guys.
I know. We want to see all the faces on here, but we got some for now. Hit the sub button for Justin Parsley. I think I saw Justin Parsley. And yeah, he does want to plug himself, but he's not saying much else about himself, but maybe he's still
have a concussion.
And well, you know what? Maybe that's why he did that Circle of Jerks episode, and that's why we'll have to figure out what he'll do to keep his tag team championships here coming up. What does this purple crown #1 mean? I think it's
a bad thing.
Yeah, I think it means like you're like a #1 fan on Engagement or something. Chat right, yeah, something like that. Just I've only seen it on YouTube in like a week or so.
Oh yeah.
Your opponent is here and wanted to say hello. Your opponent is here. Not happening. Sorry, fellas. Yeah, I don't know what is not happening. I don't know what is happening. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, hit the sub button.
You're saying hi to Ricky. That's what's
happening. Okay. I was like, what are we doing here? Yeah, hit the sub button for me. And okay, James Marshall. And I got you, Tom. Thank you. Appreciate that. Maybe the Tribal Nation can make our way to this IMF train. That's interesting. He's got a group that's supposed to be coming back in Arkansas. I don't know what the distance is between Oklahoma and Iowa, but I guess to quote one guy that was here in the chat, never say never, I suppose.
I'm not sure, honestly. I've never been there.
Me either. You know what? I'm sure it's far. But thank you, Austin, for being here. I know you're a busy man, but I want to get to a few final thoughts. Also, I do have to remind you that we actually, a buddy of mine, and I have to promote it because my guest yesterday is from a band that you're going to chuckle. You'll never believe this here. You probably will go, wow, I didn't realize this is possible. But my guest yesterday on Sportswire Radio, guitarist from the band Black Note Graffiti, Chris Keller, his band is playing in your hometown. Apparently, there's this thing called the Miles of Music Festival. And I promised him I would ask you about this. And he's playing in Appleton, Wisconsin. Yeah.
I didn't even know about it. Appleton's like a half hour away. That's where WC what is. I mean,
yeah.
But, I know that sounds really cool. I mean,
it's a 4-day festival. They have all these bands. It's a free thing. And it's a free thing. I'll make sure he hears this. And it's, there's rock bands, there's hip hop bands, there's jazz band, all these different bands. There's 4 different days. And it's called the Miles of Music Festival. And I let him know that, you would certainly hear this. And they're from Michigan and they're coming to Wisconsin. We kind of had a joke. You'll hear this when I put the clip up later, that in Wisconsin, you would kind of joke, wink and a nod. Not many things happen exciting, but apparently there's this Miles of Music Festival, and the band's going to be playing there. Yeah, well, the pack, everybody knows that. But this is in the middle of summer,
Mhm.
and the band is 4-day, and it's free. So who knows? Maybe we can arrange Shawn, Jovi, and Black Note Graffiti. I have no idea if that's possible, but it's a four. It's all day. They have like 300 bands are playing. Not 300, but it's like a lot. It's a lot of bands. Yeah. So, but it's exciting. There you go. There's some of the bands, and hit the Instagram follow button for Black Note Graffiti. They were very kind to share my clip on Instagram, and check them out. And their most recent album is out now, called Resist the Divide. We appreciate that. And also, let me get to a few more comments before I let you go. Oklahoma to Iowa is about 8 to 9 hours. Wow, straight up I-35. Yeah, you might want to have take turns driving. Does the athletic commission require wrestlers to be licensed? No. I don't know that stuff. I'm going to leave that at that, but thank you, Ox, for answering that. Okay. Is there anything else here that you want to plug? Because I have a feeling that we're going to go off the air because I don't have any agenda here on who else is coming on. So is there anything else that you want to plug here or any final words before we get ready? Because I do understand also, I'm sure everybody's on their way to Iowa.
Right. I mean, definitely check out my channel. Ring Instruction is going to be litty. Check out IMF, of course. If you're Solo or Cedar Rapids area, I highly recommend you come to these shows. They are one of a kind. They're lots of fun. A lot of the wrestlers are interactive with the fans. I love the fans.
Me too.
If you mention the show and me and you show up, I'll give you a free wristband. I got plenty of them. I got a million of them. But no, like IMF, it's that place has changed the game for me over the past 2 years. And
well, look at the fact that
follow me.
Yeah, absolutely. No, listen, we love you, but also look at Gabe Sayers and Ace Christian coming here. What a big deal that is. Two guys that are just
really exciting.
And Ace Christian just won a championship in West Virginia. He's now the WDWA light heavyweight champion. So this guy, what's so fascinating about what's exciting about IMF, and please everybody follow IMF, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm donating 2 tickets to the show. I'm going to donate that right when we're off the air. I appreciate everybody that comes on here from the IMF. That goes without saying. But what's exciting to me is Gabe and Ace literally days ago just won championships. These guys won major championships in major places and are coming here to the IMF. What a big deal that is.
It's a huge deal, Tom. And that's another thing. IMF keeps landing big signings left and right.
Roy Fox is going to be here in action. How about that?
Yep. And the Blue Rocket.
I did see that. The Blue Rocket is here, and
he's one to be taken seriously. He may not.
I'm gonna definitely. I think that's gonna certainly change the taking situation here. And as you're getting off, I am going to have someone on here because I see a link here. So we're gonna bring somebody on here. I think they know who you are, but we'll let you run in a minute. But is there anything else that you want to plug, share, or say? Because I actually do have somebody here with us.
Well, I'm glad someone is on because I didn't want to be the only one on tonight. But no, definitely give my channel a follow. I'm starting to post shorts now of like the best of Jovi's vlog.
I did notice that. I saw stuff that I was like, oh, that happened 2.5 years ago. I remember that.
Yeah. And I'm trying to get more of those out. I seen because I still own the account for that previous federation. Yes. So I was snooping because I own the account and I was looking, I'm like, damn, they're getting a lot of views on shorts.
Yeah, people tell me. I have a buddy of mine.
They got crap ton, like 80,000 total in a month.
You know what's funny? I have a buddy of mine, David Wolfson in Brooklyn, and I was at a party, and he was telling me, my YouTube channel, I just came back and did shorts, and I was like, why don't you do shorts? I'm like, I got no time, man. He just did a short with his kid. He's got a little kid. Baby, like 20,000 views for something. I don't even know what it was.
Yeah, the short algorithm is crazy compared to the regular video algorithm. And I'm just now starting to learn that. Personally, I don't like shorts, TikToks, all those things. I started out by hating it. Recording a video vertically just was an eyesore. Do you remember the flip camcorders?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like I feel like that's when they first kind of introduced that whole concept. And I was disgusted when they came out with those. I thought it was disgusting. Yeah, disgusting way to film, but I mean, sure shit. Now we have cell phones that do that all the time.
Yeah, everybody it's a different world, but yeah, I definitely love the shorts. Ox, I agree. Go kick some butt. Maybe I will get Sam Stackhouse. Yeah, anybody, let me know. Feel free. And I guess I'm gonna let you run because you are probably going to bed. And
Yep.
I see my people here that are here. We have multiple people, and I'm gonna bring them on. And thank you as always. And before you go. I'll let the band know. And also, yeah, hit the sub button for Shawn Jovi. I know probably people here. Shawn Jovi's YouTube channel. Please go out there. Simple to the point. Shawn Jovi. So there you have it. All right.
Thanks,
So
Tom. Appreciate you as always. Thank you for having me on.
you got it. I'll see you soon, and safe travels from one galaxy to the other.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to bring on. Oh, wrong button. Oh boy, wait a minute. Let me see if I can get it this. There we go. Wait a minute. Do I have is it Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man Randy Savage, or
that's Becky Lynch and fucking Rhea Silver? Wow.
No, that's a different promotion. That's another promotion he works for. No. Don't do that. No. But obviously, we are joined here. Let me tell people who these people are. It is Soldier GP, one half of the IMF Tag Team Championship, and a man that I've actually met in real life, who is the GTS Hardcore Champion. There it is. The Heartstopper Game Sayers, who we just spoke about quite a bit. And I know Rad Dad was here. And then I do have here, by the way, the PWF Champion. He is the PWF Champion, not Justin Parsley. Felix Jones and the IMF Champion. Yeah, it's him. Yeah, I got him.
The real IMF Champion.
I was about to say the IMF Champion. And I got the IMF Champion, Omen Black, on his show. And fellas, how are you tonight?
We're doing just fine. Look, we got gold.
Yes, I think. Congratulations.
World champions together. Two-thirds of the greatest underground champions right now.
Yeah, the other one. I think that's a dig at Soldier on the other 1/3, but I'll leave that at that. We're not here for that. But fellas, good to be with you here.
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing wonderful. How about you all?
Kind of wanted,
rocking out my cock out. You know how it is, Tom.
Yeah, that's how you do things. Yeah. So,
hey, I'm doing a lot better than that guy from Tennessee, brother.
Well, there's a lot of people from Tennessee, but we'll leave that at that. But you got some big matches here coming up. Certainly, Gabe, we just spoke a lot about you because you've got now not one but two matches coming up. And I'm sure one of them you really want to talk about because you said a few things about it earlier this afternoon. And that's this guy that you wrestled before, but now you're getting him one-on-one. And that's Anthony Steele, and you're putting up, how kind of you, Gabe, to put up your GTS Hardcore Championship, a match one-on-one, 1 year in the making, sir.
Yep.
Did he freeze?
I don't know. One of us did.
And card champion.
Tom.
I think you are freezing. Yeah, we'll see if we can catch his on here. I think we lost them, Omen. Maybe have you tried to freeze these guys here because you don't want them to talk?
Hey, now they're little. They can try to stop us, but first I got to deal with the real deal, always in his feels, Anthony Steele. So once I take out the temper tantrum queen himself for this GTS Hardcore belt, once I give the young brother his rub for the GTS Hardcore belt, you know what it is, brother. You need your rub, brother, from Gabomania. Because we're going to run wild on you, brother.
Him losing? That'll work for us, brother.
And so you know what? You know what's going to happen is once I beat Anthony Steele in the middle of the IMF ring, 1, 2, 3, I am calling my shot against Omen Black for the IMF World Heavyweight title. Because you know what's better than having one girl, two girls? You know what's better than one belt? Two belts. The math.
Yeah. Well, but Anthony Steele, he has wanted this for a year. Listen, it sounds great, Gabe, but he's wanted this for a year, and he's wanted to be in GTS, and he wants to take your property. Who knows what he can do with that championship? But before you focus on Omen, you got to still get through Anthony Steele.
Listen, I don't want to doubt Anthony Steele. I don't want to underestimate the real feel Anthony Steele. But at the end of the day, Tom, I have a mission. And my mission is to become the greatest underground wrestler of all time. And what else do you have to do besides make an impact in one of the biggest staples of underground wrestling in not just this country, but the entire world? So simply, Anthony Steele, I respect the kid, all right? You know, he's got the hustle, you know.
You're not going to blow smoke up his ass?
Yeah, oh, yeah. So, yeah, wait.
Blow smoke up his ass?
He's got enough smoke up his ass, so I don't need to say anything nice about Anthony Steele. I have a job to do come Friday, and my job is to become immortalized forever. And taking out Anthony Steele is unfortunately the only way to get myself to this IMF World Heavyweight Championship. So simply, it's not if I beat Anthony Steele, it's when I beat Anthony Steele, because unfortunately, nothing can stop me from achieving my destiny.
Well, I mean, we'll find out. There's no question that we'll have to see. I have the poster up for that. I'll put it up shortly in a second. But, Soldier, I mean, Jovi just kind of alluded to it. We have the presence of the Blue Rocket, and you're going to be putting up your tag team championships here as well this weekend. And let's talk about it.
Well, brother, I'm going to be in a 6-man tag against Felix and those Midwest Express dudes. We're going to take them out. No problem.
Just waiting for the
But then the next night, yeah, me and Parsley are going to be defending our tag team titles against Anthony Steele and Felix Jones. And when it's all said and done,
I know
brother,
you're skilling your
it's going to be
chick,
1,
you don't need to
2,
do either.
3.
Anthony spoke a lot about it. I'm going to get to Omen and Felix. I'm going to change the posters in a minute here. But Anthony spoke a lot about that when he was here recently, about the house always wins, and he wants those championships alongside Felix Jones. And, you know, and I see Omen and Felix here. You know, Omen, it is your show, and this could be the week with the House of World Kings. I mean, at this point, you've got potential to pick up the RCW championship. You've got potential right now to claim the IMF Tag Team Championship. And now, Omen, on your show, we know you've got the PWF Championship with Felix already. You now can claim another promotions championship. I mean, Omen, you could be in the catbird seat for decades. The way this next few days could shake up for you guys.
The way I see it, Tom, is after Steele takes that GTS title right off of Gabe Sayer's shoulders, we're going to have a ticket right to GTS and make everyone else know that the House of World beat Felix.
Wait a minute. Just wait a minute. You said a ticket to GTS?
When Steele takes that title from Gabe Sayers, they have to bring the house to GTS.
That is how that works.
So you mean to tell me that from your vantage point, when Anthony Steele defeats Gabe Sayers for his GTS Hardcore Championship, that Anthony Steele is going to come to Gabe Sayers' own home?
That's a big if.
One big if.
That's a big if.
Felix,
It's not win, it's if, and that's a big if.
From his words, I didn't say the if part.
Listen, Omen, I get it. The fridge always has to protect the snacks. And unfortunately, I know your big ass is protecting that goddamn IMF World Heavyweight Championship.
Listen, Gabe,
and I'm going to have to move your big ass out the way, and I get it. I'm not going to be able to drag you. I'm not going to be able to lift you. Certainly nobody lifting your big ass. But what I do know is I'm going to knock your ass out. I get it. Listen, I got to stay the focus. I can't let Anthony Steele take my GTS Hardcore Championship belt. But you know what? Anthony Steele told me that it's a dream of his to go to GTS one day. Well, keep fucking dreaming, kid, because it ain't happening now. This is coming home with daddy. You already know it.
Done.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
Good.
You know,
On paper.
We'll give you that. You know, Felix, and I want everybody here, please hit the sub button for the IMF. They're only a few subscribers away from 3,800 and 4,000, and we're here with some of the guys who are going to be wrestling this coming weekend. Please support the IMF, and I'm donating 2 tickets to the show after we're off the air to support Kiera's Comfy Creations. They do a great job out there. Shout out to her. You know, Felix, I really feel like you are the most intriguing person here to talk about tonight. I spoke a lot about you in the RCW title match. Obviously, you're the new PWF champion. You've got an opportunity here to claim not 1, but 2 more championships. You know, people talk about, I've got 2 belts this, I'm the belt collector here, undisputed this. But, you know, Felix, I mean, not only did Ace Christian talk about you, I'm sure you'll respond to that, but you've got the opportunity now to be the PWF champion, which you got that already. You got the opportunity to hold one half of the IMF Tag Team Championships. Oh, by the way, the RCW Championship. You know, Felix, when this is all said and done, I mean, you might be the top guy, period, anywhere. Not even underground wrestling.
And that's exactly what's going to happen, Tom. After this weekend, I am going to be Felix 3 belts. Me and Steel are going to take those IMF Tag Team Championships, and tomorrow night, they're going to
You gonna take them and go shine them for us?
Dude, they held you back. They don't want to let you talk. They know
Take them and shine them for us. They're gonna shine them and bring them back.
You're still interrupting. See, Soldier, no one was talking to you. You were
talking about my title.
Yeah, right. I mean, you sound like
soon to be mine. My title. You might as well just start calling it mine and Steel's Tag Team Championships, because after Saturday they will be ours.
Will they? After Saturday, the only way you're gonna touch them is if I give it to you to go shine up for me.
Damn. Listen,
On
Felix.
paper, everything you guys said on paper, it sounds wonderful, but it's just not going to work out that way.
All right, if you want to talk about something that's not on paper, buddy, maybe you'll have a shot at winning those IMF tag belts when you grow a little bit of facial hair on that lip and maybe hit a little bit of puberty. But today ain't your day, buddy boy. You're still just a little boy. And you know what's going to happen is Soldier Mania is going to run wild right on your dumb ass and pin you in the middle of the IMF ring. Uno, dos, tres. And I don't know if you passed Spanish, but I did. And that means your ass is losing.
Thank you for clarifying. 1, 2. That's what it means. 1, 2, 3. But, you know, Felix, very quickly, and I know you guys are busy, guys. I'm going to give you opportunities for a few words.
I'm still waiting to rebuttal.
Yeah, I am waiting for that. But I also, before I get to your rebuttal, Felix, I got to give you the opportunity to say something to Ace Christian. I have to give you that opportunity. If I don't...
I don't even want to give Ace Christian the time of day. I am not focused on Ace Christian.
Okay.
Like you said, I have 2 title matches coming up this weekend, and Ace Christian is the least of my worries.
Okay. Listen, you know what? And that's totally fair. You know, he said kind of the same things afterwards. Okay. You wanted to say something, Omen? You wanted to rebut?
Gabe, I'm
hungry.
You know, it's kind of...
Stop that. That's not true.
It's kind of like how never meet the people you want to meet in the business. You know, I've expected the same thing out of you. I've expected everything out of everyone else. You want to overlook me because you're in GTS. You're a top guy like Damian Saint is. That's fine. But I'm going to break your achy heart, because when you step in the ring with me, again, after you already lost to Anthony Steele, and I'll still give you a title shot. Even when you lose, I'll give you a title shot, Gabe. But when I send your ass packing and you're going to hop back on that plane, going back to GTS, you're going to face the grim fact that Omen Black is going to beat you, and there's nothing you could do about it.
Did you come up with that GTS pun all by yourself, buddy, or did Felix Jones whisper that one in your ear?
No, I wrote it down in my hand.
I guess we'll have to find out regardless. We'll certainly find out.
You guys just broke. Easy to break you guys.
We'll find out. I mean, listen, I'm sure that would be the plan, but Soldier and Gabe have other plans, because they're going to certainly want to thwart them. And Gabe, and as a reminder, is in action. He is defending his GTS Hardcore Championship against Anthony. But Omen, I got to ask you about El Drago. I mean, I know you may want to overlook that, but you got your own issues here coming up.
Issues? Do I?
Well, I mean, you got to compete. You have to compete.
Let's look back at day 2 of Summer Bash. What happened? I damn near killed the guy.
Well, he's coming back.
Let's look back at day 1. What happened? He beat you.
Oh.
Let's look back at day 2. Where's your title, Soldier?
And he beat Anthony Steele too multiple times.
That's right. That's right. Jason Storm beat you fair for that title.
Beat me fair, huh?
By the way, Jason Storm was.
What do you think about that, brother?
Just wanted to say, Jason Storm has got a few problems with Soldier saying snooze to the lame Hogan GP, and he says Gabe Sayers is being respectful to Omen, so he sucks eggs. That's his words, not mine.
Oh, Jason Storm could use to suck a few eggs. That guy is ballooning up right now. Tell that guy to get some Jenny Craig. I don't want to hear about sucking eggs right
I'm
now
not
from a
going to go into
motherfucker
the
who could
world
use a
of
couple eggs.
Ozempic. I'm not going to go into that. There's plenty of that out there. Ask Katy Perry. But
Wait,
yes,
you want to talk about El Drago?
yes, I do.
Just to remember.
If he shows up,
No
Right.
I live
comment.
in Marion, Arts. Marion.
he shows up Friday night.
Yeah.
There's not really a stipulation for the match. So I challenge him, if he shows up or someone brings his lifeless carcass to the ring, we can have a Cedar Rapids death match right there at Double Z for the fans. So I can finish the story and legend of El Drago. Because I'm going to tell you this. His ancestors have been watching him, nothing but ashamed and disappointed in what El Drago has done. And El Drago, I hope you're watching. If you are in your hospital room, I hope they turn it on for you on your TV, because if you dare show up tomorrow night at Double Z, Cedar Rapids Death Match is going to be your last match for good.
Well, we'll certainly have to find out. And I want to give a couple of plugs here very quickly. If you want to buy a ticket to some of these shows here coming up, you can go to the IMF's Facebook page. Please go out there and do that. We've got, first of all, coming up here, Shots of War. That is tomorrow night. That is at 8 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time at the Double Z Bar and Grill. So please go out there and support the guys from there. We've also got the next night, we've got One Night Stand. Please go out there and support the show there as well. That's coming up 7 o'clock Eastern time, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. That is at the Palo Community Center. If you want to find out more details, please go to the IMF Facebook page. Also hit the sub button for them on YouTube. Follow them on Instagram, TikTok, and we are here with the guys for a few more minutes. Darkron, the Underground OG, is here. Wanted to say Soldier and Parsley will retain the tag team championships, was what he meant to say. Chase Wakefield was here, said he loves Shawn Jovi. Thank you for that. Jason Storm wants to say, Kron, shut up. No one wants to see Soldier wiggle. I disagree with that. I think Soldier has got a very strong case to retain his tag team championships, and I think he's having Justin Parsley back with him, and since he's now no longer he's in action, he'll be motivated.
Yeah, so
Because
good.
Justin's doing so good.
He's certainly hopefully he'll be doing better than some of the Circle of Jerks commentary, but we'll leave that at that. But fellas, do you have any final words? Anything you want to say to each other? Anything else that you would like to get off your chest here before tomorrow night?
Tom, I'm just so beyond excited right now. I get to watch an emo Samoan dude beat the piss out of Omen Black's big ass, and then I get to retain my GTS hardcore champion against, I won't, you know what, listen, Anthony Steele's a professional wrestler, but on Friday night, Anthony Steele is a fan once again, and that's all he will be, is just a fan. He might as well buy a fucking ticket, because I'm going to retain this GTS hardcore belt, and then I'm going to bring it the next day against Omen Black, and not only am I going to raise this belt, I'm also going to raise the IMF World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh my
God! You have a better chance of beating Rory Fox when he beats Damian Sane Friday night.
Oh.
Well, I mean, that's certainly one thing, and you know what? That is a good point by Gabe. I gotta say before I turn it over to Soldier, Gabe Sayers conversely could be. Maybe he's walking around with the IMF championship. I mean, how about that? And that could be shown in places like, oh, by the way, TF Crew has a show coming up. We're going to be talking about that in September. Maybe we could see it in NEW. I mean, that was talked about before once upon a time. Omen Black, the IMF champion. At the time, D Savage, they're going to wrestle. It didn't happen. But you know what? Gabe Sayers could be walking there, going to Connecticut, going to Massachusetts, walking around those champions. So who knows? Who knows what the future can bring?
Oh, yeah. Omen Black, don't be mad, because I'll take the IMF World title with me to Connecticut. We're going to TF Crew. We're going to NEW. We're going to Pro Wrestling Venom. We're going to GTS. We're going to Smash Master Wrestling.
Has a show next month, and I shared on X.
You can
Very excited about that. I did see that.
Go. Spreading the wealth. Taking the title places has never been something you can't do. And you can't even get out of bed.
I understand even coming up, Gabe, you might be a part of something for the Boys and Girls Club. I heard something about that I may be supporting. So more details to follow. Soldier, sir, would you like to say anything here before we sign off? Any final words for anybody out there?
Felix, you talk about taking my tag titles on Saturday, but you got to survive tomorrow.
Light work.
You have to survive the 6-man tag. See, we start the show tomorrow. We start off the show, the 6-man tag, and then we main event Saturday with the tag team title match. You got to survive tomorrow to make it to that title match.
Light work.
Well,
I beat you and Eli by myself and
Who?
retained my titles.
Who?
You and Jason Myers. Sorry. I beat you and Jason Myers and retained my titles. Now I get my partner back and I get the Blue Rocket, a legend of Iowa.
Never heard of him.
You're cooked, buddy. That's what he's saying. You're cooked.
Well,
You're a burnt pizza roll. You cooked.
Well, in West Virginia, by the way, their actually signature food is pizza rolls. So I'm not going to go down there and talk about pizza rolls. But I want to give, conversely, Omen and Felix their opportunity for final words before I get to the chat one more time.
I don't just say.
Felix, would you like to say anything here? Felix, any final words you have, sir?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Confident there, Felix.
All I gotta say is I'm gonna walk away and prove to everyone that I'm still the real IMF World Champion. When I walk away Friday champion, when I walk away Saturday champion, I'm still gonna be the real IMF World Heavyweight Champion and solidify my spot to face the champion at All Out Warfare. So I guess I'm gonna call it now. Omen Black versus Roy Fox. That is exactly what's gonna happen.
I'm sure Dave has other ideas, but we'll have to see. We'll certainly have to see. But I'll get to final comments here. Jason Storm, for Dark Card, just remember, Storm, you've never beaten me. Zilla wanted to say hello to Jason Storm, but he's not here on the stream. He's only in his chat.
He's here in spirit.
I know, but they're here. Zilla should say hello to everybody here. Stop letting Soldier talk. I can't stop sneezing. Well, we appreciate Soldier talking, but he's allergic to BS. And JR Wind is here, but he's not in the chat. He was here. I don't even see him, but he was here. Okay, but everybody, we want to make sure we get the guys ready to where they have to go. They're going to be in action one more time. One night stand Saturday, Palo Community Center, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shot of War, Double Z Bar, Grill and Lounge. That's going to be 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time.
Tom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, how do I get on that Patreon for that Taft Lounge?
You'd have to go and sign up.
How do I do that? I saw those sexual cartoons that you're gonna give out on that Patreon. I want to see them.
Well, I mean, you'd have to. I mean, I'm actually not even signed up on the Patreon page. Am I missing something here on Sports?
Yeah,
we're a family station.
I just want to know how to sign up for Taft Lounge's.
Can you stop?
Patreon. I have a better idea. Cheap plug. I'm actually signed up to the NEW Patreon page, and I'm signed up to Copper Dragon's Patreon page, and I think I'm signed up to a TF Crew Patreon page or something. So those are Patreon pages I would like to give my endorsement to. By the way, I would.
Well, those are good. Those are good Patreons to give endorsements to.
I can't talk about.
I want to know how to get on that Taft Lounge. He's selling them nice little comic books
on here, but I'm glad that Dakota wants to say hello. And speaking of people that have shown up, does he have Princess Jasmine? Who is that? No, tell me. Who is Princess Jasmine?
He's talking about Aladdin. He's talking about Aladdin. No, I already got Belle though. I already got Belle, and he's got some like bestiality stuff because it's Belle and the Beast together. So
I don't know anything about that stuff. I appreciate the comments from Justin Parsley, and also Princess Jasmine now, not that, we don't want that stuff. Yeah, that stuff we've moved away from. Thank you very much for confirming that. Yeah, we don't want any of that. Certainly, that's different places. Go there and check that out. And also, we can show you the world. Yeah, we're a family. Somebody wants to see we don't want, that's Justin Parsley's YouTube channel, by the way. You want to go find Justin Parsley's YouTube channel. I'm going to give him a sub because he's the whole monitor. Check him out there. That's his page. You can watch that content there. We're here. We want to keep the gravy train.
No, you gotta show Taft Lounge because that's where you see that content that we're talking about.
I'm going to plug IMF Justin Parsley's pages. I'm going to plug those. But I'm going to go out there and say hello to Felix Jones. Thank you. Hello, Felix. Hello to Omen Black. Hopefully you say hello to Gabe Sayers and Soldier GP. Guys, go to Soldier. Zilla, before we go, you say hello to everybody else, but Soldier's here too. I hope you say hello to him. He's here too.
Hey, Zilla, pay attention and focus.
She did. There you go. Thank you, Zilla. We appreciate you very much. Hit the sub button for Justin Parsley. Just give him a sub. And hardwood doesn't match the drapes. The Pacers found that out firsthand, and I wasn't rooting against them. And yes, thank you. Please support. By the way, let's give a plug to the TF crew. You know, Gabe is here. He's been so kind to be here. Give a plug to the TF crew. Hit the sub button here for TF crew. Please hit the sub button for TF crew. Let's give a plug to them. Yes, hit the sub button for them. Do it. Trust me. Do it. You won't be dissatisfied. You won't be disappointed. Sub button TF crew. Thank you, Dakota. Hello.
Talk about something relevant, please, Tom?
Just do it. Thank you, everybody here for tuning in. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. We were joined here by the Heartstopper, the GTS Hardcore Champion, Mr. Gabe Said. We're joined here by one half of the IMF Tag Team Champions. He is a real American from the Real Monsters and the Foundation. Soldier GP. We're also joined here.
Brother, I'm Soldier Hogan.
Well,
Like my new merch. You see my new merch?
I do.
It's Soldier Mania.
Send me the link. What you gonna do when Soldier runs wild on you? And we're joined here in their words from 2/3 of the Underground's greatest champions. Felix Jones, the PWF champion, also the IMF champion, Mr. Owen Black, the boogeyman of the Midwest. Also, they are from the House of Wolves.
Hey,
thank you, everybody here for tuning in. And I'm here tomorrow with the WVWF Mountain State champion, Dax Preacher. So they like pepperoni rolls. We like the IMF. Check them out. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever
and
you
good
are.
night.
Everyone. Yes, someone was something? Was something else? Okay, never mind.
Yeah. James Taylor sucks.
One thing. I got
Yes,
one thing.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To prove the fact that Felix Jones is a better PWF champion than the first ever world champion ever was, my buddy, my man right here, my nephew, open challenge on the pre-show Saturday for anyone who wants a shot at the PWF World Heavyweight title.
Well, I'll tell you what, Felix is definitely on another level. He wants to be Felix 3 belts, and he's even defending his PWF championship. So at this point, that's a reason why he wants to. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please go out and support these guys, and have a great night.